Fresno State has had its share of great quarterbacks throughout its history. Derek and David Carr, Kevin Sweeney, Trent Dilfer all come to mind. But over the last 3 years, Jake Haener has entered that conversation, not only because of his play on the field, but his leadership in the locker room.
You don't get chances like this all the time. Play hard, play fast, play physical.
Jake Haener is well aware of the opportunity he has this week.
People remember you for conference titles, and that's one thing I want to get done here, and that's been a really big goal of mine since I got here, stepped foot on campus. And the last 2 years we haven't had the opportunity, but my last year we finally get the shot, and like I said, I'm really looking forward to it.
The road to this title shot has been long and painful.
Haener in obvious pain.
Just 3 weeks into the season, he suffered what was thought to be a season-ending injury.
Had about a 1.5 centimeter fracture in my medial malleolus, which is not a small fracture. It's a pretty decent sized fracture. And then I had some ligaments that were torn on the lateral side of my ankle. So they want to do surgery, and we're going to try to do that within 3 to 4 days of my injury. So I was told I was going to be out for the year, 10 to 12 weeks.
But a second opinion gave Haener hope. He took a leap of faith and decided to pass on surgery and opt for good old-fashioned hard work.
I was not weight bearing for 5 weeks. Just had to rehab and do a ton of things on my own, go see different people, fly different people out here to do everything. And I really appreciate my trainers, everybody that's helped me with it.
The work paid off. Haener made his return in less than half the time of the original diagnosis.
San Diego State, I was kind of still iffy if I was going to be able to go out there or not. I was about 75% healed there was a decent risk of refracturing if I went out there. But we braced up. We did everything we could to protect it the best we could. And I knew I had to be out there for my teammates.
Shotgun snap to Jake.
With a broken ankle, it's kind of hard to pivot off your back foot and create enough power to get the ball out. So I was throwing a lot with my arm and trying to do anything I could to be as accurate as possible with the football.
The toughness as far as a quarterback's concerned is really important because you gain the respect of your teammates that way, and I think he's definitely done that. And he's played through injuries, and and he's really proven the grit that it takes to play that position and be a leader on this team.
Haener throwing wide open.
Since his return under center, Haener has thrown for 300 yards or more in 4 of 5 games and completed 13 touchdown passes and rushed for 2 more.
The decision-making that he's able to make, in crunch time, just lift the offense up and understand that, we're here to put up points at the end of the day.
And when he speaks, everyone's listening, and, I feel like we move off him. So for him to, come back and, bring his leadership and, carry the team is, what helped us, I feel like.
Touchdown, Fresno State.
Now, Haener has one more hurdle to clear, one more goal to accomplish. Bring a title back to Fresno.
When you go out in the summer and you go out in the winter as well, you train for these moments and you train to have the opportunity to compete for a conference championship, and I think it's a great opportunity for us.
Down 3, 1, 2, 3, go!
In the regular season finale right here in Fresno, Jake Haener threw a touchdown pass in a Mountain West record 26th consecutive game, breaking the previous mark held by Derek Carr and Carson Strong. In Fresno, California with the Bulldogs, I'm Jesse Kurtz for the Mountain West Network. Now for a report on the Broncos, here's Bridget Howard.
Defense continues to be the foundation of this Boise State program. This year, the Broncos are currently one of 3 teams in the country to rank in the top 10 in 7 different statistical categories, proving that every year one thing remains the same: defense wins games.
Relentless. We're going to fly around. We're not going to shy away. We're not going to play with any fear.
It's up to us to keep that tradition going, with how we prepare and how we play on Saturdays.
They attack you in the backfield.
Pressured, and Scott Matlock is there, eating him up for the sack.
and are relentless through the air.
Throws the ball over the middle, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at the 45-yard line. J.L. Skinner.
The Broncos gave up 23 points or less in every conference game this season for the first time since 1980.
To play defense consistently at a high level, each and every week you're presented with different obstacles that you're going to have to handle. So it requires a serious level of maturity and commitment to the process so that you can handle the things that you're getting.
You know, we just try to come out and do our assignment every play, try and, you know, be the best that we can be. If it's just under 23 points, then that's just what it is. But we have a standard here, and right now we're just trying to uphold that standard.
A high standard. It's what the Broncos pride themselves on.
A lot of offenses, when they come here to play us, they're going to be a little bit worried or a little bit frightened that, you know, like we have to play that defense again, you know.
We're mean with a little bit of swag. You know, we don't fear anybody. There's no such thing as fear in our defense. We won't allow you to fear anybody. That's something that we preach on our side of the ball, especially on offense too, both of us. We fear no one. Especially on our defense, you come out there as a standard. No matter if you're a third string, second string, walk-on, no matter what, there's a standard. So we're mean, we're aggressive, you know, it's just a great defense to play on because the coaching staff trusts us and we trust them. We just go and execute.
Third down defense for Boise State has been paramount this season. It leads the Mountain West and ranks 8th nationally on what the Broncos call money down.
When it's money down, you know, it's time to get money. It's time to get out the field and get paid, either a turnover or get out the field. So that's how we come to third downs, and that's our mentality every time we step on it. We want to just end the drive right there and let the offense go do the work.
If we give up a first down, it's like we let them score a touchdown. So that's kind of how we live our life, and you know, it's just good to be a part of a defense like that. You know, being able to help out our team in any way we can. Obviously, get the ball back to our offense and have them have more opportunities to go score.
When Fresno State and Boise State met during the regular season, senior quarterback Jake Haener was out with an injury. Now he's back, and the Broncos know the task at hand, going up against an air raid offense that's led by one of the best in the country.
They're extremely explosive. They have a lot of really talented guys, a lot of big playmakers. So we just got to really emphasize doing our job.
They're the #1 offense in the conference. We're the #1 defense in the conference. So just the way we want it. You know, that's exactly what we want. We don't want to shy away from a challenge. We're going to attack it full force, and we're not going to shy away from anything.
It's always fun to compete against somebody as good as Haener. You know, he's a great quarterback. I believe he's one of the best in the nation. So competing against that guy, especially the way that he throws the ball, it's going to be fun to be able to go out there and go against a vet like that. And, you know, at those moments is really who wants to compete the most. And I know he's a great competitor, so are we. So us battling is going to be fun. It's going to be fun Saturday, and we're going to go after it.
Coming into Saturday's championship game, Boise State ranks 3rd nationally in passing defense, allowing just 158.8 yards per game, while Fresno State's offense is 24th nationally and leads the Mountain West with 277 passing yards per game. In Boise, Idaho, for the Mountain West Network, I'm Bridget Howard.